Maria, and today I'm going to help you know why your credit card was declined. Did your credit card get declined when you tried to use it? Are you wondering if the reason for your blocked transaction was because you're out of funds, or for location restrictions, or something else? In this video, we'll help you figure out exactly what's going on with you or your customer's credit card and why the transaction didn't go through. But before we get too far, I want to let you know that there will be links to more resources in the video's description. And remember, subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications for future helpful content. All right, let's go. There are a number of reasons why your credit card might be declined, even though you have money in your account. You might have exceeded your credit limit. Unless you've set up automated payments, you must clear your credit card debt before you can use it again. You could be trying to use a credit card for a transaction it's not approved for, like online payments or payments in a foreign country. Your credit card number may have been flagged for fraud. You may have typed in your credit card, CVV2 code, or PIN number incorrectly. Or the issue may be with the merchant's terminal and not with your credit card at all. Your credit card can be declined for 3 potential reasons: account settings, lack of funds, and inaccurate information. 1, your credit card may not be set up to handle online payments. Contact your bank to confirm whether this is the case. 2, you may be entering the credit card CVV2, CVC, CID, PIN, or name incorrectly. And last, you may not have enough funds remaining in your account or have exceeded your credit limit. A credit card decline code is the code that appears on a credit card processor when a transaction or payment has been declined. If you're in a store and can't get your credit card to work, you and the vendor will get an error that can direct you to what went wrong. You can also get error codes when trying to make online purchases. This can happen whenever a transaction is stopped by the vendor, bank, or card issuer. When you have this issue, you'll get a short error message of 1 to 3 numbers, or letters in some cases. This error message is what's known as a credit decline code. The code can explain what the actual issue is, as long as you know what it means. First off, let's start by covering a few common reasons that a transaction might be declined. The problem can be something as simple as the payment processor struggling with your card, insufficient funds, or an electronic issue connecting with your bank or credit card company. Some of the most common card decline reasons include code CV. There could be an issue with your card's microchip or magnetic strip, making it impossible to use for transactions. Code 51. You don't have enough money in the accounts associated with your card, both credit and debit cards. Code 65. Even if you have money in your accounts, you need to pay it down if you've exceeded the credit limit for the card before you can use it again. Code 54. All credit cards have an expiration date, and trying to use a card after that date will give you an error message. Code 57. This occurs when you try to use your card for a transaction that is not allowed. For example, if you've blocked online transactions or international payments. Codes 14 and 15. There are 2 wrong ways to enter the card number improperly. If the very first digit is incorrect, you'll see error code 15 for no such issuers, since the first digit pinpoints the card's issuing bank. If you get any other wrong numbers, you'll get error code 14 for entering an invalid card number. Code 63. This occurs when you type the 3-digit CVV or CVC code on the back of your card or the 4-digit CID code on the front of your card incorrectly. For many of these issues, you may also see error code 12 or error code 85. These simply denote an invalid transaction. Credit card issuing banks often use these 2 errors as catch-all response codes, making it harder to know what's wrong. You might have mistyped a credit card number, used the wrong verification code, entered an invalid expiration date, or attempted something inherently impossible, like trying to refund a refund. For a full list of credit card decline codes, check out the resources below for a link that includes over 50 credit card decline codes in numerical order, along with details as to why each code happens and how to fix the problem. Whether you're a merchant or a cardholder, the worst case scenario is when you get an error code for fraud. As a merchant, you want to avoid chargebacks and related fees and damages. And as a cardholder, you obviously don't want to have someone else using your card at will. But credit card fraud is a lot more common than you might think. In 2020, there were almost 400,000 cases of credit card fraud in the US alone, which is an increase of nearly 45% from 2019. With hundreds of thousands of instances of credit card fraud each year, you need to be on the lookout for customers who aren't the real owners of the cards they're using. You also need to be vigilant and aware of how your own cards are being utilized. Here are all the credit card decline codes associated with fraud. Code 7. The card issuer has flagged the account for fraud and therefore denied the transaction. Code 41. The real owner reported this card as lost or stolen, and the card issuer has blocked the transaction. Code 43. The owner has reported the card stolen, and the issuing bank has blocked the transaction. Code 215. The real cardholder has reported the card as lost or stolen, and the card issuer blocks the transaction. Code 534. The transaction failed. PayPal or Google Checkout risk modeling. Code 596. Again, the card issuer suspects fraud and has blocked the transaction. The first thing you should do when your credit card is declined is to look for the error code or write it down if you're using the payment processor yourself. Then, check if the issue is with your credit card or with the merchant's terminal. Finally, you must take the appropriate action required to solve that particular issue. That could be restarting the transaction, typing in everything carefully, calling the bank, or trying another card. Troubleshooting boils down to a simple 3-step process. First, ask for the declined code. Then, learn the meaning of the code, and finally, take appropriate action, usually calling the issuing bank or trying another credit card. You may think that you've got your funds in order or that your credit card limit hasn't been met, but it never hurts to check with the bank. Most of us have multiple cards, and it can be hard to keep track of them all. There are over 1 billion credit cards in use in the US alone. So if you ever get an error code when using one of your cards, avoid moving straight to using the next card. First, make sure you contact the bank to find out the real situation. You don't want to get hit with unnecessary overdraft or late payment fees or a nasty surprise bill after you've been the victim of fraud. Hopefully this video has helped you figure out what was going on with your credit card and has given you the knowledge needed to take appropriate steps to fix the issue. Kinsta's WordPress hosting can speed up your site by up to 200%. And you'll get 24/7 support from our expert WordPress engineers. Let us show you the Kinsta difference. Try a free demo of our My Kinsta dashboard at demo.kinsta.com. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, explainers, and helpful content like this.